Welcome back to New Rockstars. It's me, MT, and mega spoiler warning for the piece of high-octane, ass-kicking cinema that is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings coming up because, hey, my girl Xialing came out on top as the leader of the Ten Rings, and hot damn, do you just love to see it. That's a strong, independent woman right there. 10 rings. Tom Brady and Ariana Grande only knew about 7. And this video is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Now that Xialing no longer qualifies as a small business owner, where could we see her next? And how far will we see her new Ten Rings authority reach in the MCU? I mean, the end of Shang-Chi promises the return of the Ten Rings after all, so let's go on ahead and speculate just how that's gonna be, my nerd babies. Because I'm thinking that we might just see Xialing's rings doing they thing in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, Rhodey's Armor Wars, Sam Wilson's first Captain America film, and or Hawkeye. But hey, have you ever tried to navigate a stolen sports car through a shifting bamboo jungle maze to the mystical gates of Talo? Let Morris be your guide, because styled like a vintage kaiju poster, this exclusive new shirt features the adorable 6-legged, headless winged chicken pig that stole the show in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And if you buy both Shang-Chi t-shirts together, you can get 10% off your purchase. But as we all know, the Ten Rings is an international criminal organization that is all about weapons, but more specifically, being on the cutting edge of military weapon technology. This would probably explain why their logo is literally one of the most badass weapons to ever appear on Earth, and it's also why they kidnapped a whole ass Tony Stank to make fully functional Jericho missiles in a cavern with nothing but a bloody box of knickknacks. And we also know from Ant-Man 1 that the Ten Rings and Hydra have a very close business relationship, as we can see one of Wenwu's men working alongside former S.H.I.E.L.D. head of defense and current Hydra douche canoe Mitchell destabilize your country, Carson, to purchase a Yellow Jacket army to take over the world by swarm. That was a flying insect pun. But of course, Anthony and his amazing friends interrupted that deal, but not without Hydra agent Mitchell Carson pocketing some pin particles for himself. I cannot believe that thief would steal from a thief who stole from a thief who thieved a thief from the chief of police. Good grief. This all being said, if Wenwu was partnering with Hydra to potentially possess the power of the pin particle to manufacture many militaries of mini murder men, then Xialing may have inherited that working relationship with Hydra as well, and with it, the very keys to the next big energy race in the MCU, the race for quantum energy. And this is a race alluded to by that well-dressed, backstabbing son of a Birch in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Sonny Birch.
Now you can forget nanotech, forget AI, forget cryptocurrency. Quantum energy is the future. It's the next gold rush.
That's so.
And since it's nearly been a whole ass decade in the MCU since Carson stole those pin particles in Ant-Man 1 to Xialing's takeover in Shang-Chi, the Ten Rings and Hydra have had a long ass time to attempt to reverse engineer that secret Hank Pym Krabby Patty formula that is, the pin particles. Something that I'm sure would have taken the boys at the Hydra chum bucket a lot less time if, Karen Zola didn't self-destruct. After that interest was already sufficiently peaked enough after word got out that some dummy with pin particles beat up the Avenger formerly known as Clarence and successfully stole some of the Avenger's shit. The term Quantumania in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania could be referring to the forces and powers of the world going crazy over quantum energy like Sonny Birch predicted, putting Xialing and the Ten Rings in the perfect position to be the top distributor of quantum energy and quantum energy weaponry in the world, possibly allied with other nefarious forces in the shadows of the MCU like Roxxon Energy, which we see is still doing its best Amazon and Tijuana impression in the year 2050 in Loki. Big Roxxon Energy. But this also opens the door for the Ten Rings and friends to potentially unlock the very secrets of the quantum realm itself, and with it, the secrets of time travel, which could potentially make Scott Lang the Marty McFly he always wanted to be.
Somebody peed my pants.
And Xialing's business partner, Mitch the Bitch Carson, the perfect Biff Tannen, but mostly because he got biffed in the face by Hank Pym. Got him! And hey, Kang has got to learn the secret of time travel somehow, because that was truly a Pandora's box that Tony opened up in Endgame. And don't forget now, Mitch the Bitch used to be head of defense at S.H.I.E.L.D., meaning that he has probably spent decades personally overseeing the experimentation and activation of Ghost when she was a secret Hydra assassin like Bucky. So this could have fueled the Ten Rings and Hydra's interest to build armies of mini murder men and big bad Baba Yaga bitches. If you want to start a business, you need a good online presence. And how will people know you're a legitimate dog hypnotist if you don't have a legitimate looking website for dog hypnotizing? Squarespace is an all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and let the world know how you mesmerize a Maltese. How do you do it? I do not know. Just kidding, I do. I run a business. Squarespace lets you present members-only gated content, connect your social media accounts, present video content, and all the other cool features to give you a super cool, super functional website for your hobby or your business. And Squarespace will even sell you a URL. Collect the emails of interested folks and send custom newsletters filled with tricks on how to convince your pet dog that they're actually a cat. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/newrockstars to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/newrockstars for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. But hey now, Xialing and Carson never did get that Yellow Jacket armor for their wars, which they paid Psycho Baldy good blood money for, which also puts Xialing as head of the Ten Rings, who are historically Iron Man enemies in the comics, to play a major role in Marvel's upcoming Armor Wars series as well. Because much like in the Armor Wars series, the secrets of the Iron Man armor can be repurposed in many interesting ways. Like, look, this one even has titty blasters. But even if it's not to build an army of Iron Ant-Man, the Iron Man technology has been sought after by the world since Don Cheadle's very first appearance as James Rhodes in Iron Man 2. Like, everyone's been all about trying to get the secrets of Tony Stark's armor. And since the Ten Rings always needs to have the coolest weapons on the block, Xialing is 100% gonna be gunning for the secret of Tony's Stark of the Covenant. But hey, speaking of secrets, remember that post-credit scene from Falcon and the Winter Soldier when Sharon Power Broker Carter decided to make an illegal phone call mere steps away from the place where she just got pardoned? Well, I think that the person that Sharon Carter is sharing that hot government gossip with could be none other than the Ten Rings' new leader, Xialing herself. Because, you know, girl talk. Yeah, that's right. I know what you ladies are up to when you go to the bathroom together. Y'all talking about illegal prototype weapons and shit. But no, seriously, Sharon Carter specifically mentions prototype weapons on her mysterious phone call. And not only would this make sense for this to be Xialing or a Ten Rings contact because of their long history of diehard interest in black market arms dealing, but it would also serve to explain Sharon Carter's seemingly quick and sudden rise to broking power and influence in Madripoor, because Xialing probably had a soft spot for Sharon as a fellow woman who was cast aside, underestimated, and forgotten. And personally, I hope Xialing is assembling her own team of badass women to take over the whole world, because frankly, the patriarchy, it's a bunch of bullshit. And speaking of badass women, Xialing's rings could also show up in Hawkeye through one Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine Carmen Sandiego Nina Pinta Santa Maria. Though Val's motives are a bit of a mystery for now, we do know that she does have ties to Hydra in the comics. So if Val is a representative of this new growing brand of Hydra, and the Ten Rings and Hydra already have this established close working relationship, it makes sense for Val to want to manipulate Yelena to kill Clint. Because if you remember, instead of going to therapy, Clint Barton, as Ronin, spent the 5 years after the snap going after the criminal organizations of the world. And they probably want the revenge for Ronaning their plans. I hate when my plans are Ronin. But that is it for me speculating for today's Speculation Nation. How do you guys think that Xialing's Ten Rings will factor into Phase 4 and beyond? Let us know below, my nerd babies. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and please be sure to hit up newrockstarsmerch.com to check out our new Shang-Chi shirts, because Morris is not going to wear himself. You can follow me at MasterTainment on Twitter if you want to see me tweet some weird shit, but most importantly, please follow New Rockstars on Twitter, because Tyler's killing it. He just kills it all day long. We post some really great stuff there, and please hit that notification bell on YouTube so you can get notifications whenever we upload a new video. Thanks again for watching. Go watch Shang-Chi 3 more times. Goodbye.